Hi, I'm Faith Cantor, author, health coach and nutritional specialist, and I'm here today to talk to you about yeast and parasite cleanses. I get a lot of questions about this, so I thought I'd pop this video together for you and hopefully answer them all in one go. So just quickly, a yeast and parasite cleanse is something that a lot of people consider doing because they've got some digestive problems, or they've got low energy, or they've got skin problems, or hormonal problems, or weight problems. The problem is with an overgrowth of yeast and a parasite issue is it manifests in so many different ways in so many different people that not everyone's sure if they've got a problem. But if you've got any of those things I've just listed, and if you've got any sort of health problem in general and have been on medication for a long time, then it's more than likely you have an issue with yeast and parasites in the digestive system. It's about 70% of people, so it's quite high. So how do you deal with it? So firstly, you want to do a yeast or parasite cleanse. Now, there are gazillions of these out there, lots of people doing lots of different ones. I personally, I've put together my own that I did myself when I was recovering from ME, chronic fatigue syndrome, and IBS as well. So I've put together one, and the main bulk of it takes 3 or 4 weeks, but the whole thing lasts 12 weeks. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So the main bulk of it, and I say 3 or 4 weeks because for some people that haven't got a severe problem, it's slightly less than 3 weeks, and some people that have got quite a severe problem, it might be slightly more than 4 weeks. So it's around the 3 or 4 week mark. And during that time, you would need to, and you have to be strict on this. This is the only time that I tell people that they have to be really, really strict. I'm usually really quite easygoing with all this stuff, but not on this. You do have to be strict, and you have to cut out all white carbs because they feed the yeast and they spike the blood sugars. So that's white potato, white rice, and white flours. So have things like brown rice, sweet potato, quinoa, things like that. And you need to cut out all yeast-based foods. So that's breads, that's yeast in stocks and sauces, vinegars, and things like mushrooms as well, and alcohol. And you also need to cut out all sugars, and that includes fruit sugars, I'm afraid. So that includes all the fruits, the berries, the bananas, even it includes honey, agave nectar, or anything that's sweet basically. And you cut all of those out, and you add in lots of natural antifungals. So that's things like coconut oil, garlic, ginger, and 2 antifungals that I recommend that are still natural but they're really strong, so please only take them once you've read the back of the bottles, is grapefruit seed extract and oregano oil, not the tablets, the oil. And you take all of those and cut out all those foods for the 3 or 4 weeks. And what happens in that time is you feel detoxy. You go through a detox because your body is eliminating the yeasts and the parasites, but also eliminating the toxins that they have produced as they've been growing inside you. So you start to feel detoxy in that time. And then one morning, it's a bit like when you just get over the cold or a flu. One morning you just wake up and you feel good. You feel really good, and that's it. It's cleared. And that, like I said, that's somewhere about the 3 or 4 week mark. Now, why it goes on for 12 weeks, after this time you can introduce all those foods again, but do it slowly. But for the full 12 weeks, you still take the oregano and the grapefruit seed extract, because the life cycle of the parasites, most of them, it's just up to 12, well, it's just slightly less than 12 weeks. So what happens is if you don't take those for the full time, then you kill the parasites that are alive, but the eggs that they've laid just hatch and repopulate your digestive system. So it's really important that you take all those antifungals for the full 12 weeks and stay to as much of the diet as you can in that time as well, just to aid your healing and your recovery. So I hope that answers most of the questions that people have about the yeast and parasite cleanse an issue. My new book that's coming out soon, Cleanse, actually takes you through a 6-week holistic detox program that actually incorporates this yeast and parasite cleanse as well. So depending on when you watch this video, you can check that out. And there's also blog posts and things on my website at www.faithcantor.com about it, and pop any questions below in the box. Thanks for listening.